In the endless black of space, the human listening station Aurora 9 hovered silently above an uncharted star system. Sensors blinked and screens glowed, casting a faint blue light across the room. Captain Leora Kane, a seasoned space officer, leaned over the main console. Her eyes narrowed at the strange reading. "Commander, are you seeing this?" she asked, her voice calm but tinged with curiosity. Commander Jalen Voss, a veteran of human deep space missions, stepped closer. His brow furrowed as he examined the data. "It's not like anything we've encountered before. The signal is artificial, but the pattern doesn't match any known technology." The room was filled with the hum of machinery and the occasional beep of monitoring devices. Scientists and analysts hovered over their stations, exchanging murmurs. Everyone felt a mixture of excitement and unease. Distress signals in space were rare, and an unknown one, especially from uncharted regions, could mean anything. Leora tapped a few commands and amplified the transmission. A series of high-pitched tones filled the room, almost like a voice trying to speak in bursts of sound. Translators began working automatically, slowly deciphering the alien language hidden in the code. "It's a plea for help," said Dr. Soren Hale, the station's lead xenolinguist. "But the structure, it's fragmented. Whoever sent it was in extreme distress. I can make out words like danger, to collapse, and predator. Jalen's voice was steady, but a chill ran down his spine. He had seen enough of space to know that a word like that rarely meant something small or harmless. "Yes," Soren continued. "It seems their entire civilization might be at risk. They are begging for help." The room went silent for a moment. The weight of the message pressed on everyone's minds. Unknown alien species, unknown threats, unknown technology, and yet the call was desperate, almost pleading. "Send a reconnaissance team?" asked Lieutenant Mara Quinn, a pilot with years of survival experience. Jalen shook his head. "Not yet. We need a plan. This isn't a normal rescue. The region is far beyond our usual exploration zones. We're talking about a planet that's basically in the outer rim, uncharted, untested. We can't send civilians or unprepared crews." Leora's eyes shone with determination. "We have one advantage," she said. "We have the Deathworlders." A few heads turned. "You mean the human teams trained on the galaxy's most extreme planets?" Mara asked. Leora nodded. "Exactly. These are people who survive conditions that would kill anyone else. Heat, cold, radiation, poisonous atmospheres, you name it. They are adaptable, strong, and smart. If anyone can handle an unknown world, it's them." Jalen considered this. He knew the stories. Humanity had spread to dozens of star systems. But some worlds were so harsh that even automated machines failed. Only Deathworlders had the combination of strength, intellect, and instinct needed to thrive there. "All right," he said finally. "Alert the Council. If we're sending Deathworlders, we need approval, resources, and full support. This could be humanity's first contact with an entirely unknown civilization in danger." Within hours, the Council convened a meeting via secure quantum link. Holograms of Council members flickered in the room, each representing a distant human colony. Opinions were divided. "This is madness," said one representative from the core systems. "We don't even know what's out there. It could be a trap, a hostile species, or worse. We shouldn't risk our people for some alien world." Another voice, calm and measured, countered. "But if we ignore it, a civilization will die. And who knows what knowledge or alliance we could gain. Humanity has always thrived on courage, curiosity, and adaptability. This is what defines us." The debate lasted for hours, but the Council ultimately agreed. A specialized human team would embark on the mission. They would travel faster than previously attempted, carrying advanced equipment, survival modules, and weapons designed to protect but not destroy, at least until they understood the threat. Leora Kane and Commander Jalen Voss were chosen to lead the team. Alongside them were Lieutenant Mara Quinn, Engineer Tarek Jean, Medical Officer Dr. Ilira Noah, and several Deathworld specialists. Each had been trained on planets where storms could rip metal from buildings and predators could crush armored vehicles in seconds. As they prepared for departure, the crew gathered in the hangar bay. The starship Valiant loomed above them, sleek, durable, and equipped for extreme survival missions. Its hull shimmered under the artificial lights, and inside every system had been checked, double-checked, and prepared for anything. Leora addressed the team. "This mission isn't just exploration. It's survival. We don't know what's waiting for us, but I promise you this. Humanity adapts. Humanity survives. We will get through this because we have to. The people on that planet are counting on us. Mara smirked. And if something tries to hunt us down? I hope it likes storms and poison gas. Tarek chuckled, but the tension remained. Everyone knew the stakes. Out there, even the strongest humans were just small creatures in the vast darkness of space. The Valiant lifted off, engines roaring with controlled fury. The station faded behind them, small and fragile against the black void. As they jumped into faster-than-light travel, stars stretched into long streaks and the unknown world awaited. During the voyage, the crew trained continuously. The Deathworlders shared strategies with others: how to read alien terrain, how to use extreme weather as a tool, and how to survive when everything on the planet seems designed to kill. Dr. Alira Noah studied the fragmented alien signal tirelessly. It's like a puzzle, she explained. They left markers, warnings, even traps. Whoever survived tried to help us understand the danger. That shows intelligence, but also desperation. We need to be ready for anything. Weeks passed, and the ship finally exited hyperspace near the coordinates of the distress signal. A planet emerged from the darkness, a jagged world of mountains, thick clouds, and flashes of lightning that illuminated strange, shadowed landscapes. Its atmosphere flickered on scanners as partially breathable, but highly toxic in areas. Leora stared at the planet. "Welcome to hell," she said quietly. "This is going to test us more than any training or survival mission ever could." Jalen's voice was firm. "Then let's show them what humanity can do. Deathworlders don't just survive, they thrive where nothing else can." The team began the final preparations. Suits were calibrated to filter toxins. Scanners were adjusted to detect predators, and the landing modules were loaded with survival kits. Every step was a reminder. This world was alive, dangerous, and unpredictable, but humanity had faced worse. As the Valiant descended through the storm-choked skies, the crew braced themselves. Lightning cracked across alien mountains, winds tore at the ship, and sensors blared with hazards. Yet within the chaos there was a strange beauty, a testament to life's resilience even on a death world. Finally, the landing modules touched down on jagged terrain. The ground shook beneath them and the team exhaled, knowing that this was just the beginning. Every footstep could be dangerous, every shadow a threat. But the signal had called for help and humans answered. As they disembarked, Leora glanced back at the Valiant, its hull shining in alien lightning. "Remember," she said to her team, "the galaxy didn't survive because it was safe. It survived because people like us dared to step into the unknown. Let's show them why humans are unstoppable." And with that, the crew began to explore the alien world, each step a challenge, each breath a triumph. Humanity had arrived and the Deathworlders were ready. The alien world stretched before the crew like a painting of chaos and danger. Jagged mountains pierced the thick clouds and rivers of strange luminescent liquid wound through rocky valleys. Lightning flickered across the horizon, illuminating enormous shadowed shapes that moved too quickly to identify. Captain Leora Kane took a slow breath, letting the suit's filtration system calm her senses. "Stay alert," she warned her team. "This planet doesn't give second chances." Commander Jalen Voss scanned the terrain through the ship's enhanced sensors. "Atmosphere is partially toxic in some regions, but our suits can handle it. Gravity is slightly heavier than Earth's. No immediate threats detected within a 5-kilometer radius, but we'll need to stay vigilant." Lieutenant Mara Quinn, already adjusting her personal scanner, nodded. "I've trained for storms, predators, and acid rain. I don't think anything here will surprise me, but I'll admit, this place is extreme even by Deathworld standards." The crew carefully stepped out of the Valiant, their boots crunching on jagged rock. The ground was uneven and every step tested their balance and strength. The air smelled faintly metallic, carrying the scent of minerals and chemicals humans had never encountered before. Engineer Tarek John knelt to take a sample. "Interesting," he muttered. "The soil is highly reactive. Could be dangerous, but also a resource. I'll analyze it in the lab." Medical Officer Dr. Alira Noah adjusted her helmet sensors. "Keep your eyes open for toxins. This planet may appear alive, but it's also trying to kill anything that touches it. Watch each other carefully." They began to explore cautiously, moving in small groups while maintaining communication links. At first, the world seemed eerily quiet. Trees, or what appeared to be trees, twisted toward the sky with jagged branches. Strange glowing plants dotted the ground, pulsing like living lanterns. The air shimmered with electric energy and occasional tremors shook the terrain. Then movement. Something large darted across the valley below them. A shadow, massive and fast, vanished behind jagged rocks. Sensors picked up movement but couldn't identify the shape. "Everyone, stay calm," Leora said. Her voice was steady, but adrenaline sharpened her senses. "We don't know what it is." "Don't engage unless it attacks," the crew observed, scanning for patterns. It became clear quickly this was no ordinary predator. Its movements were intelligent, almost calculating. It didn't wander aimlessly like a wild animal. It stalked, watched, and adapted. Mara whispered, "They weren't kidding about predators here." Hours passed as the crew mapped the landing zone and set up a forward base. They used armored tents, reinforced with alien materials found in debris nearby. The area provided visibility and safety but offered little comfort. Even in their protective suits, the crew could feel the subtle dangers pressing against them, the air shifting, vibrations underfoot, and the constant faint whisper of alien creatures in the distance. During the setup, they discovered the first traces of civilization. Broken structures of metal and glass lay scattered across valleys and hills. Walls bore strange markings, glowing faintly under the alien sky. Some appeared to be defensive, built not to protect from the environment but from something living and dangerous. "This planet was inhabited," Dr. Noah said softly. "But where is everyone?" Tarek examined a fallen column, running his scanner over it. "These structures are advanced. Energy patterns, shielding. The inhabitants weren't primitive. They were intelligent, but something made them leave or die. As they explored, they discovered signs of a struggle. Scorch marks, crushed vehicles, collapsed buildings, and a scent of burnt organic matter lingering in the air." Jalen frowned. "Whatever attacked them, it wasn't small, and it wasn't easy to kill." Leora took a deep breath. "Then we need to be careful, but we also need to understand what happened. If we can figure out the threat, maybe we can help, or at least prevent it from spreading." The team split into small groups to survey the region. Mara led one group to investigate a valley where glowing rivers flowed. Strange creatures darted in the shadows, long, thin, and fast-moving. They didn't approach humans, but their agility and speed were unsettling. Meanwhile, Tarek and Alira examined abandoned energy sources and alien machinery. "This technology is fascinating," Tarek said. "They could manipulate the environment, create barriers, even control energy fields. Whoever attacked them must have been extremely powerful to overcome this." Back at the forward base, Leora and Jalen coordinated the team's movements. Communication was essential. Even a small mistake could mean death. Leora watched the planet's horizon, the clouds boiling and twisting with electric storms. "The environment itself is a weapon," she noted. "We'll need to use that to our advantage." Days passed, and the Deathworlders began to adapt. Mara led training exercises using alien terrain to test mobility and survival strategies. The team discovered that certain plants could be used as camouflage, while some rocks emitted low-frequency vibrations that masked human movement. Alira documented everything. "This is survival science at its finest," she said. "We're learning from this planet even as it tries to kill us. Humans thrive where others fail." Then the first encounter. A creature, enormous and sleek, emerged from the shadows during a scouting mission. It moved with uncanny intelligence, observing the humans rather than attacking immediately. Sensors barely picked it up. It was fast, adaptive, and aware. Jalen raised a hand to signal the group to hold position. The creature circled, testing them, sniffing the air with alien senses. Leora stepped forward slightly. "Steady, let it see us. Remember, we're not prey, we adapt." The predator hesitated, then retreated into the darkness. The crew exhaled, adrenaline coursing through their veins. "That's the first test," Mara said quietly, and we passed by, staying calm. "This place is alive, and it's watching us." Over the following days, the team gathered more clues about the alien civilization. Broken records, holographic fragments, and energy grids suggested that the inhabitants had been fighting a massive predator that could anticipate their moves, strike with precision, and evade traps. The humans realized something important. The aliens weren't just victims. They had fought bravely, using their technology and environment. But the predator was stronger, faster, and smarter than anything they could handle alone. "This is bigger than we thought," Leora admitted. "It's not just this planet. Whoever or whatever created this predator could threaten other worlds too. Despite the danger, The crew began to apply human ingenuity. Using their Deathworld training, they studied the predator's patterns, experimented with traps, and learned how to navigate the deadly landscape without being detected. Mara led a mission to test the predator's behavior near a river of glowing, acid-like liquid. By moving carefully, they lured it into a series of traps using only natural terrain. The creature was fast, but human adaptability gave them an edge. Tarek and Alira worked on analyzing alien technology that could enhance their survival. They learned to manipulate environmental hazards, storms, toxic plants, unstable terrain, to create defensive zones. Each small victory reinforced a growing realization. Humans could not only survive this planet, but could use it as an advantage. One evening, as the team gathered around a safe zone, Leora looked at the alien skies streaked with green and violet lightning. "We're just getting started," she said. "This planet wants to challenge us, but we'll turn that challenge into strength. Humanity thrives where others fail. Remember that." The team nodded, their determination growing. They were far from home, in a world designed to kill, yet they had already proven themselves capable of surviving. The Deathworlders were learning, adapting, and preparing, and somewhere in the shadows the predator watched, unaware that the humans it observed were unlike any species it had ever encountered. They were not prey, they were hunters in training. Humanity had arrived on the alien world, and slowly, steadily they were beginning to take control. The alien world grew more dangerous each day. Lightning cracked across jagged mountains, acidic rivers hissed, and strange predators stalked in the shadows. Yet the human team, Deathworlders all, moved with a combination of caution and confidence that no alien creature could predict. Captain Leora, Kane stood on a ridge overlooking a valley where broken structures lay scattered. She watched the clouds twist with electric energy. "We need to understand the predator before it attacks again," she said. "We can't just survive, we need to anticipate." Commander Jalen Voss nodded. "Agreed, this isn't a regular animal. It thinks, it adapts, and from the alien records it has been attacking for generations. We need intelligence, not just strength." Dr. Alira Noah carefully examined fragments of alien records stored in damaged crystals. "These creatures were terrorizing the entire civilization," she explained. "The aliens tried to contain them with energy barriers, traps, and fortified zones. But the predator adapted. It learned faster than they could counter it." Mara Quinn tapped her scanner, tracking movement across the valley. "We're being watched," she said quietly. "Not by one, but several. They're intelligent enough to observe us, learn from us, and plan their attacks." Tarek John frowned. "So we're not just on a dangerous planet. We're on its hunting ground, and it sees us as prey or competition." Leora clenched her jaw. "Then we make it clear. We are neither prey nor weak. Humans adapt, humans survive, and humans fight back." The team split into smaller groups to explore the alien ruins. Mara's team navigated through twisted corridors and collapsed structures. The walls were etched with glowing symbols, warning of danger zones and trap mechanisms. Some of the traps were still active, but with careful observation, the humans disabled them, learning more about the predator's hunting methods in the process. "It's like the aliens were trying to teach us," Mara said. "They left clues about how to survive." Meanwhile, Tarek and Alira discovered an energy hub buried beneath the ruins. The system appeared to power environmental controls across the area. "If we can reactivate this," Tarek said, "we could manipulate terrain, weather, and energy fields to our advantage. We could make the planet work for us instead of against us." Jalen joined them, studying the hub. "We need to be careful. Any error could trigger defenses or attract the predator. But if we succeed, we could turn this entire area into a safe zone." That night, the team gathered in the forward base. The alien sky was alive with violent storms, and the sounds of distant predators echoed across the valleys. Leora addressed the team. "We've seen the patterns. We've studied the ruins. The predator is strong, intelligent, and relentless, but it's not invincible. It reacts to behavior, to strategy. If we move as one, anticipate its moves, and use the environment, we can survive. More than that, we can win," Elira added. "We've learned a lot from alien technology. Defensive fields, traps, environmental manipulations. They give us an edge if we apply them correctly. We just have to act faster than it adapts." The first real confrontation came unexpectedly. Mara's scouting team was examining a collapsed city when the predator struck. It emerged from a shadowed building, massive and sleek with limbs capable of incredible speed and strength. Its eyes glowed faintly, reflecting intelligence and calculation. The humans reacted instinctively. Mara signaled, and her team scattered, moving toward prepared defensive positions. The predator lunged, its speed unmatched by human reflexes. But humans had something the predator didn't anticipate. Strategy. Traps designed from alien materials slowed the creature's movement. Energy fields manipulated by Tarek created zones the predator avoided. The humans' teamwork, honed from years of Deathworld training, turned a potentially deadly encounter into a learning experience. Leora arrived just as the skirmish ended. The predator retreated, but not before leaving a clear trail of understanding for the humans. It had tested them, learned their methods, and would return smarter next time. That was close, Mara said, catching her breath. It's faster and smarter than anything we faced before, but we survived. And we're learning from it, Jalen nodded. Exactly. Every encounter teaches us something. The predator adapts, but so do we. The team spent the following days combining alien technology with human ingenuity. They set up sensor grids to detect movement, designed traps using environmental hazards, and practiced defensive formations. Humans could adapt in ways the predator could not predict. Elira studied alien holographic records, slowly piecing together the history of the civilization. They weren't helpless, she explained. They fought bravely, but they underestimated the predator's intelligence. It learned, evolved, and outsmarted them. Leora frowned. Then we must be smarter, faster. We need to anticipate its moves before it even makes them. One day, Tarek discovered a hidden chamber beneath the ruins. The walls were covered with diagrams of the predator's hunting patterns. This is incredible, he said. The aliens tracked its movements, attacks, and weaknesses. They may have failed, but they left us a map. Jalen studied the diagrams. This gives us a chance to strike strategically, not just survive but control the battlefield. Humans thrive where others fail. We'll use this knowledge to outmaneuver it. The predator didn't wait long to test them again. During a stormy night, it attacked the forward base. Lightning cracked across the sky, illuminating its massive form. The humans moved with precision, guiding the creature toward traps and energy barriers they had set up. The predator tested every tactic, but the humans anticipated each move, turning the planet's hazards into weapons. Finally, the predator retreated into the storm. The humans had survived, and more importantly, they had learned. Every battle strengthened their understanding of its behavior. Leora addressed the team at dawn. We've faced death and danger, and we've survived. That's what makes us human. Adaptable, resilient. We've turned the predator's world into a proving ground, and we are learning faster than it can adapt. This is how humanity survives. By thinking, by working together, by never giving up. The alien skies slowly cleared, revealing a horizon scarred by storms and lightning. Yet in that horizon, the humans saw opportunity. Each challenge on this planet made them stronger, smarter, and more determined. Dr. Noah reflected on the day's events. The aliens left clues and we followed them. The predator underestimated one thing: human adaptability. We can survive conditions no other species can. We are stronger together. We are humanity, Tarek added, and we're only getting started. We can turn every danger here into an advantage. The predator may think it controls this world, but we're learning to control it ourselves. Mara smiled, her eyes scanning the horizon. We're hunters now, not just survivors. This world may be deadly, but it's also our proving ground, and we will prove ourselves. Leora's gaze was steady, looking at the distant mountains where storms raged. This is more than survival, she said quietly. It's humanity showing the galaxy who we are. We adapt, we endure, and we thrive where others cannot. Whatever comes next, we will be ready. In the shadows, the predator watched. Intelligent, cunning, and relentless, it had learned from humans as humans learned from it. But it could not predict the full extent of human creativity, resilience, and teamwork. It was about to face a species that thrived where nothing else could survive. A species that turned Deathworlds into home. The Deathworlders had uncovered the predator's secrets. They had survived its first tests and prepared for the battles to come. Humanity's presence on the alien planet was no longer a mere rescue mission. It was a demonstration of what made humans unique, unstoppable, and most of all dangerous to any force that underestimated them. And somewhere, deep within the ruins of a broken city, Alien records flickered and glowed faintly. They told a story of hope. Hope that humanity might succeed where others had failed. Humanity was here, and the Predator was learning that survival against humans was no simple task. The stage was set for the next confrontation. The Deathworlders had adapted, learned, and prepared. And as the alien storms raged on, one thing was certain: humanity would not just survive. Humanity would thrive. The storm clouds above the alien world rumbled with fury, but the Deathworlders were undeterred. Captain Leora Kane stood on the ridge overlooking the valley, her gaze steady, taking in the jagged terrain below. Every slope, river, and shadow had been studied. Every danger had been anticipated. "We've learned its patterns," she said to her team. "We know how it hunts, how it reacts. Now it's our turn to take control. We fight smart, not just hard." Commander Jalen Voss nodded. "We use the terrain, the alien technology, and our training. This planet may be hostile, but it is also our weapon." Lieutenant Mara Quinn led the first strike team, moving silently through the jagged rocks. Their goal was simple: lure the Predator into traps they had prepared over the past days. Tarek John monitored sensors guiding their movements while Dr. Ilira Noah ensured the team stayed within safe zones. The Predator appeared, faster than the human eye could track. Its massive frame blended with the shadows, and its eyes glowed faintly, showing intelligence and awareness. It had been observing them, learning, adapting, but now it faced humans who had learned even faster. Mara signaled, and the first trap activated. A series of alien energy fields flashed to life, creating zones of deterrence. The Predator hesitated, adjusting its strategy, but humans had anticipated every move. Rocks shifted, trenches revealed, and rivers redirected, all set to guide the Predator into specific paths. "Remember," Leora's voice crackled over comms, "we don't fight blindly. We adapt. We use the environment. We survive and we thrive." The Predator lunged, testing the human defenses. It was strong, agile, and clever, but humans had something it did not: cooperation and ingenuity. Mara's team split, drawing it toward energy zones while Tarek manipulated the terrain with alien tech. The Predator stumbled briefly, unsure of its path. Jalen coordinated from above, watching the entire valley through sensor arrays. "Good. Keep it moving toward the central trap. Do not engage directly. Let it learn that the humans control this field." The humans moved as one, each action calculated, precise. The Predator, while powerful, struggled to anticipate the coordinated strategy. Its speed was unmatched, but humans compensated with intelligence and creativity. Finally, the Predator entered the central trap, a large, alien-constructed energy grid designed to restrict movement temporarily. The Predator roared in frustration, attempting to escape, but Mara's team held their positions, guiding it toward smaller traps hidden along the valley. Leora watched with satisfaction. "This is what humans do. We don't just face danger, we turn it into advantage. Every death world we survive, every challenge we overcome strengthens us. This is why humans endure where others fail." The Predator finally broke free of the energy grid, but was now in a confined area surrounded by controlled hazards. Rivers of glowing acid-like liquid blocked escape routes, jagged rocks created narrow passages, and environmental sensors allowed humans to anticipate its movements. The humans were relentless. They used tactics that no other species could think of, adapting instantly to the Predator's reactions. Every attack was met with countermeasures, every maneuver anticipated. Mara whispered into her comms, "It's learning, but so are we. Every step, every reaction, it's part of our plan." The Predator roared again, leaping over a trench only to be caught by another trap. Leora smiled faintly. "We are not prey. We are the hunters now." After hours of strategic maneuvers, the Predator retreated into a canyon. It had survived, but the humans had demonstrated control. They had turned its own hunting ground into a carefully managed battlefield. It had tested them, learned from them, but humans had learned faster. At the forward base, the team regrouped. Breathing hard, sweat and grime visible through their suits, they shared looks of triumph. Dr. Ilira Noah studied the data from the sensors. "We've learned so much from this encounter. Its patterns, its preferences, its weaknesses. Each time it attacks, we get stronger. This is how humans overcome the impossible." Tarek added, We can use these methods to protect other areas, create safe zones, even help the alien survivors rebuild their defenses. Humanity isn't just surviving this world. We're turning it into our advantage. Leora addressed the team, her voice steady and inspiring. This planet wanted to kill us. It threw storms, predators, and impossible terrain at us. And yet we adapted. We survived. We learned. That is humanity. That is why we endure where others fail. The team spent the next days refining their strategies. They set up sensor grids, reinforced traps, and expanded their forward base. Each modification was designed to turn danger into strength, ensuring the predator could never catch them off guard again. Meanwhile, the predator continued to observe, learning from the humans as much as they learned from it. But humans had a trait no predator could match: creativity combined with teamwork. Each human could think, adapt, and cooperate in ways that no single predator could anticipate. One morning, the team discovered something extraordinary. Buried under rubble, they found a small group of alien survivors, weak, frightened, but alive. Leora approached them carefully, extending a hand in peace. "You are safe now," she said softly. "We are here to help. Humanity survives and protects those who cannot defend themselves." The aliens stared in awe. They had watched humans in action and could not believe what they saw. A species that could thrive in conditions no other could, that could turn death into opportunity, that could survive against predators designed to destroy them. Through broken communication, the humans learned that the predator had devastated the alien civilization for generations. Entire cities had been destroyed, and only a few survivors remained hidden in the mountains and valleys. Jalen spoke with the aliens. "We can help rebuild. We can create safe zones, restore your systems, and protect your people, but you must trust us. Humans have adapted to worlds that kill, and we will not fail you." The aliens nodded cautiously. They had seen humans confront the predator, use the environment against it, and survive conditions that would have killed them instantly. Their trust grew with each passing day. With the alien survivors now guided and protected, the humans planned the next phase: a full counterattack. Using the predator's hunting patterns and the terrain, they would create zones where it could be contained, studied, and eventually neutralized. Mara led reconnaissance missions, testing the predator's reactions to new traps and environmental changes. Tarek engineered more sophisticated energy barriers, combining alien technology with human innovation. Dr. Noah monitored health and environmental safety, ensuring that humans and alien survivors remained unharmed. Leora and Jalen coordinated every movement. Every strategy was calculated, every action designed to maximize safety and efficiency. The predator would learn, but humans would always be one step ahead. Finally, the day of the planned counterattack arrived. Storm clouds roared, lightning flashing across the jagged peaks. The humans moved in coordinated teams, guiding the predator toward the controlled zones. Each trap, each barrier, each environmental hazard was carefully planned. The predator struck, testing the humans once again. But the Deathworlders were ready. They anticipated its moves, adapted instantly, and guided it into zones where escape was impossible. Using a combination of alien technology and human ingenuity, the predator was finally contained temporarily, an enormous creature restrained by strategy, not brute force. Leora watched the creature breathing steadily. This is what makes humans unstoppable. We adapt, we learn, we survive, and when the time comes, we fight back. This world will no longer control us, we will control it, Jalen added. And this is only the beginning. The predator may be strong, but it is not invincible. Humanity thrives where others fail, and we will prove it again and again. As the storm raged above and the predator roared in frustration, the humans stood tall. They had turned danger into opportunity, fear into strategy, and a death world into a proving ground. Humanity was not just surviving, they were leading, protecting, and preparing to face whatever came next. The alien survivors watched in awe. Humans, the Deathworlders, had not only survived the impossible, they had mastered it. In the face of overwhelming danger, they had shown resilience, courage, and intelligence beyond anything the aliens had imagined. And somewhere in the shadows, the predator learned the hardest lesson of all. Humans were not prey. Humans were predators in their own right, clever, adaptable, and unstoppable. The stage was set for the final confrontations. Humanity had turned the alien world into a battlefield they could control, and the Predator would soon discover that nothing could match the ingenuity and determination of the Deathworlders. The alien world lay tense and quiet under stormy skies, as if it itself sensed the approaching confrontation. The Deathworlders moved with purpose, every step measured, every action precise. They had survived the Predator's attacks, studied its intelligence, and adapted to the harsh environment. Now it was time to end the threat. Captain Leora Kane surveyed the valley from a high ridge. Lightning flashed across jagged peaks, illuminating rivers of glowing liquid and forests of sharp alien plants. "This is it," she said, voice steady. "We know its patterns. We know its weaknesses. Today, humanity proves that survival is not just about enduring, it's about mastering the impossible." Commander Jalen Voss checked his team one last time. Mara Quinn, Tarek Jean, Dr. Alira Noah, and the other Deathworlders nodded, determination shining in their eyes. The alien survivors, guided and protected by humans, watched from safe positions, their expressions a mix of awe and hope. The Predator emerged from the shadows, massive and sleek, with eyes glowing faintly in the storm. It moved with intelligence, calculating and precise, but it had underestimated humans. It had learned to stalk, but humans had learned to anticipate and control. "Move to the first trap zone," Leora ordered. "Remember precision, teamwork, patience. Let the planet fight with us." Mara's strike team guided the Predator into narrow canyons where jagged rocks limited its speed and energy fields blocked escape routes. The Predator roared, frustrated, leaping and dodging. But every move it made was anticipated. Tarek manipulated alien technology to enhance environmental hazards. Rivers of glowing liquid shifted course, creating barriers and traps. Lightning rods redirected energy, creating zones the Predator avoided. The humans had turned the planet itself into a weapon. Dr. Alira Noah monitored the team's health and the alien survivors' safety. "Keep calm," she said over comms. "We've prepared for this. Everything is working as planned." The Predator lunged, testing the humans' defenses. Mara signaled, and the team split, guiding it toward a canyon filled with reinforced traps and energy grids. The Predator struggled, its intelligence allowing it to adapt. But humans adapted faster. Jalen's voice echoed across comms. "It's learning, but so are we. Each action it takes has a counter. Every attack teaches us more. Keep it moving toward the containment zone." The Predator's frustration grew as it realized that humans were no longer reacting, they were directing. Each movement was anticipated, each strategy countered. For the first time, it faced beings that could think as quickly, adapt as fast, and act as decisively. Finally, the Predator reached the containment zone. Energy fields activated fully, reinforced by alien technology and human ingenuity. It roared, striking at the barriers, but it could not escape. The Deathworlders maintained control, guiding it with calculated movements and environmental manipulation. Leora observed, voice calm but firm. "This is humanity. We survive, we adapt. We thrive where others fail. We don't just react to danger, we master it." The Predator tested every escape, every strength, but humans had learned its limits. It could not overcome teamwork, strategy, and ingenuity. Slowly, it began to recognize that it was outmatched, not by strength, but by intelligence, adaptability, and unity. Mara whispered into her comms. "It's learning, but too late. Humans are always one step ahead." With careful coordination, the team guided the Predator into a final containment zone, a combination of energy barriers, trenches, and terrain manipulation. It roared and struck with all its might, but humans anticipated each action. The Predator finally gave a frustrated, resounding roar, retreating within the confines of the trap. The valley was quiet again. Storm still raged, but humans had proven that the Predator was not invincible. The alien survivors emerged cautiously from hiding, witnessing what they could hardly believe. Humans, fragile in appearance, had faced a force that had devastated their civilization for generations and had prevailed. Jalen approached the aliens. "You are safe now," he said. "This planet can be reclaimed. You have guidance, technology, and protection. Humanity will help you rebuild, and you will survive." One of the alien survivors, a small figure with luminous eyes, bowed in gratitude. We cannot thank you enough," they said slowly. "Your people. They are unlike any we have ever known. You survive where nothing else can. You fight with intelligence, courage, and strength beyond belief." Leora nodded, looking at the horizon where lightning still danced across mountains. Humanity has always thrived in the impossible. We endure, we adapt, and we protect. That is who we are. We will continue to explore, survive, and stand against threats, anywhere in the galaxy. The humans spent the next days helping the aliens rebuild. They repaired damaged energy grids, restored environmental controls, and guided survivors to safe zones. Humanity's ingenuity was evident in every action. Machines worked better, hazards were neutralized, and hope returned to a once devastated civilization. Mara led teams to scout nearby regions. "We've learned from this predator," she said. "We know its species exist elsewhere. This world may be safe, but others could be in danger. Humanity has to be ready." Tarek analyzed alien technology, improving it with human engineering. "We've turned a death world into a home. This is proof of what humans can do. Survive, adapt, and thrive even where others fail." Elira added, "We've also learned about the predator species. If they appear on other worlds, humans will be ready. Our adaptability is our greatest strength." Finally, the day came for the humans to depart. The alien survivors stood at the rebuilt cities expressing gratitude and admiration. They had witnessed humans facing the impossible and succeeding. To them, humanity was more than a species. It was a force of survival and hope. Leora looked back at the alien world, now calmer, the predator contained and studied. "This is more than a mission," she said to her team. "It's a message to the galaxy. Humanity endures. Humanity adapts. Humanity thrives. And wherever danger appears, we will be ready." Jalen nodded. "We've faced the impossible and prevailed. This is why humans are respected, feared, and admired across the stars. We don't just survive. We shape the worlds we encounter." The Valiant lifted off from the planet, carrying humans and lessons learned back to human-controlled space. Sensors recorded the predator, the terrain, and environmental data, ensuring future teams could respond even faster. Humanity had turned a death world into a proving ground, and the galaxy had learned that humans were not to be underestimated. As stars stretched into streaks during faster-than-light travel, the alien survivors watched from their rebuilt settlements. They knew that humans had saved them not just with strength but with intelligence, courage, and adaptability. Humanity had proven itself as a species that could thrive where no other could. Leora turned to her team in the command deck. "We faced danger, studied it, and overcame it. That is the essence of being human. No matter the odds, no matter the world, we endure, and we protect those who cannot defend themselves. That is our duty. That is who we are." Mara smiled, "And I think the predator learned something too. Humans are not prey. We are hunters, thinkers, and survivors. We turn even the deadliest worlds into opportunities." The team laughed quietly, but their eyes were filled with resolve. They knew that humanity's journey across the galaxy would never be easy. There would be more death worlds, more predators, and more impossible challenges. But they were ready. Always ready. As the Valiant jumped into hyperspace, the alien world grew smaller behind them. But the lessons remained. Humans had proven that even in the harshest, deadliest environments, their ingenuity, courage, and resilience made them unstoppable. The galaxy would hear the story of the Deathworlders. They would know that when humans arrive, no threat, no matter how intelligent or powerful, could match their adaptability. Humanity's presence was a warning to predators and a promise to civilizations. Humans endure, humans protect, and humans thrive. Somewhere in distant star systems, the predator's species would feel the impact of this encounter. They had faced a species that could survive anywhere, think faster, adapt better, and overcome what was thought impossible. Humanity had proven itself as the ultimate survivor of the galaxy. The alien survivors would rebuild, safe under human guidance. Other worlds might face similar predators, but humans would be ready. Humanity's legacy was clear. Wherever there was danger, wherever there was death, humans would thrive, adapt, and protect life. And in the darkness of space, Captain Leora Kane looked out from the command deck, eyes focused on the stars. "We are humanity. We survive, we adapt. And wherever the galaxy calls, we will answer." The story of the Deathworlders was complete, for now. But their legend, their proof that humans could thrive where others could not, would echo across the stars for generations. Humanity had answered the call. Humanity had faced the impossible, and humanity had prevailed.